Good evening, Jesuit Tiger Sports Network fans. Jesuit will be hosting tonight Trinity Christian Academy from Jacksonville. Welcome to this SEC-ACC tilt here in Hyer Family Park. No, I didn't misspeak. It's not a college baseball game, but it is going to look like one in a couple of years. All over these rosters, you got LSU and Florida and Mississippi State and Duke and Virginia, Miami, FSU. Sit back, kick your feet up, and enjoy watching what college baseball and pro baseball is going to look like a little bit down the road. Jesuit's going to send Ryan Thompson to the mound tonight to face the Conquerors from Jacksonville. Ryan leading the team in ERA, strikeouts, fielding independent pitching. He also is third in first pitch strike percentage. Ryan has been, if he weren't on the same staff with Wilson Anderson, he'd be the ace, of course. So he is ace .1. 20 and a third innings pitched for the 6'4", 205-pound senior lefty. 39 strikeouts against 10 walks. ERA of .689. For those that don't follow stats really closely, that's really good. He gets his fastball up to 88 miles an hour, and he's going to go down to Fort Myers and pitch for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles next year. Gage Patrutz is going to start things off, the catcher, and he'll be followed by Tyler Ellis, Parker Lowe, Ethan Wheeler, Jordan Martinez, Chris Reale, Jared Flowers, Levi Couch, and Brennan Bachtel. Swung on and lined right at shortstop Wilson Anderson, who gloves it just before it meets the turf, and that's out number one. One pitch, one swing, one out. Brings up Tyler Ellis, the left fielder. Into the windup is Thompson. He slings, and that one's over there for a strike one. Tyler Ellis headed up to Gainesville to play for the Gators. He is a 45-time perfect game all-tournament selection. A swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. When he's not in left field, he's pitching. And he's only the number 3 ranked left-handed pitcher in the state of Georgia and 9th in the United States. And there is a swing and a miss and a swinging strikeout as Ryan Thompson makes quick work of getting 2 outs. Parker Lowe, he's going to head to Parker Lowe, the number 3 ranked shortstop in Florida in this junior class, is going to go play for LSU. And the junior swings and fouls it straight back. Parker, a perfect game tournament All-American once, tournament MVP twice, the number 19 ranked shortstop in the junior class in the entire United States. A 6.75 60-yard dash speedster, and that one sails a little bit outside. The first ball of the game by Ryan Thompson. 1 ball, 5 strikes so far. As Ryan is in that, if you look at the way the shadows are draped across the field right now, that one is tapped foul. He's sort of at a disadvantage really for this inning only because he's a lefty facing right at the sun. And then once he gets through this inning, that shadow will be well past there. Rears back and heaves that one, but misses high. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, yes, you're going to see some grade A talent on the field tonight. There's a breaking ball, gets a called strike 3 over the outside corner, and Lowe shakes his head, says, nah, it looked a little bit outside to me. But home plate umpire rings it up, and that's a 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Ryan Thompson. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and after 1/2 of 1 inning, it's 0-0, Jesuit and Trinity Christian Academy. All right, folks, well, let's see. Bachtel is going to play. All right, Ethan Wheeler going to take the mound for the Conquerors. He'll be pitching to Gage Petrutz. Third base, Jordan Martinez. Shortstop, Parker Lowe. Jared Flowers at second base. Brennan Bachtel at first. Left to right in the outfield, Tyler Ellis, Chris Reale, and Levi Couch. So Ethan Wheeler. Ethan, junior, right-hander. He's the number 4 ranked right-handed pitcher in this junior class in the state of Florida. He will play for the Florida Gators in a couple of years. Gets his fastball up to 92 miles an hour. He's a 44-time perfect game all-tournament selection. A 3-time perfect game all-American, tournament all-American. 3-time most valuable pitcher. It goes on and on. So I'm just tickled to death to bring this one to you guys on a Friday evening that not a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful, crisp evening here at Hyer Family Park. Jesuit Tiger Sports Network. I'm Doug Polites, happy to bring this to you tonight. Tell your friends, your relatives, fellow baseball fans, bored people that got nothing else to do, anyone that wants to tune in. All right, Brody Smith, senior outfielder. Brody, 5-time all-tournament selection. He's going to play for East Tennessee State for the Buccaneers up in Johnson City. He is the first to get a crack at Ethan Wheeler here, the future Florida Gator on the mound. Brody is second on the team in batting average and on-base percentage. That one misfires a little bit low for Wheeler. Works from the windup, and he will just have to deal with the sun, I mean, almost from the waist up, just for this half inning, and that's it. That one slapped right at Jared Flowers, who scoops it up and slings it over in time for out number 1. All right, Cannon Murtaugh swinging a hot bat last night. Cannon, junior center fielder for Jesuit. He is going to head up to play for the Duke Blue Devils when he finishes up here in a couple of years. Leading the team in stolen bases. That one misses low and outside. 11 stolen bases for Cannon on the year. 9 walks. That one foul tip, and it's now a ball and a strike. Gage Petrutz gets a new one out to Wheeler. Sometimes you will see a visiting right-hander at this time of day just go from the stretch in the first inning just to avoid all that. And that's a nice breaking ball that gets a wave of a swing and a miss from Cannon Murtaugh, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, bottom of the first, no score, no nothing yet. 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Ryan Thompson against the Conquerors. There's a breaking ball right over the outside corner. And that is that pitch is destined to get a lot of people out. Vincent DiCarlo comes up. So Vincent DiCarlo, he's going to play for North Carolina State. The senior catcher is the number 2 catcher in the state of Florida, number 20 overall in the country, and Vincent is amongst the leaders on the team in multiple offensive categories. Bounces that one in for ball 1. He's 3rd in average, 3rd in on-base percentage, 2nd in slugging, 3rd in OPS, tied for 3rd in RBIs, 2nd in hits. Very productive in addition to being such an outstanding defensive catcher. That's a fastball over the outside corner. And DiCarlo puts that one in the old data bank, says, okay, if he's going to call that one here, I'll make sure and grab it when we're on the other side. 2 balls and 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one hit sky high, shallow center field. In comes Chris Reale. He's under it. He's got it. And that retires the side. All right, in the bottom half of the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Jesuit 0 and Trinity Christian Academy out of Jacksonville 0 after 1 complete inning. So on defense for Jesuit, Vincent DiCarlo behind the plate, 3rd base Colin Kenny, shortstop Wilson Anderson, 2nd base Christian Sheffield, and Bryce Possessi's at first. Out in right field, Brody Smith, center Cannon Murtaugh, and left field, Jack Morton. So Ryan Thompson, again, going to play for Florida Gulf Coast, the Eagles down in Fort Myers. And he has just been outstanding this year. Holding opponents to a 181 average. He throws 61.6% first pitch strikes. He has a fielding independent pitching of .739. Okay, I get it. We're wading into sabermetrics here, but just humor me for a second here, okay? So traditional statistics leave things, unaddressed. They don't grasp the whole picture. So what does fielding independent pitching tells you? It's basically only the things that the pitcher is involved with. Strikeout, walk, hit by pitch, home run. That's it. No fielder has any impact on any of those events. And so through multiplying by a constant, bottom line, you want it to be low, and his is .7, which is pretty good. Ethan Wheeler, the Conqueror pitcher, lefty on lefty. Now, Ethan is the number 13th overall ranked player in the state of Florida in this junior class. The junior class in this lineup for the Conquerors, boy, are they going to be good next year too. Swing and a miss. He kind of gets a wave at that sweeping slider that Ryan throws, and now, as you see, somebody looks exactly like me predicted this. He's all the way in the shade now, no longer staring into the sun. And he kicks and fires and misses it. A ball and 2 strikes. Ethan Wheeler again going to play for Florida when he finishes up in Jacksonville. Just a junior at this point. Sort of a half swing, and it is tapped foul. A hustling play by Louis Martinez. Scoops that one up in front of the Jesuit dugout. Another foul ball by Ethan Wheeler. So he is determined not to make it easy on his counterpart, Ryan Thompson. Playing him straight away. He rocks and releases, and the breaking ball lands in for a strike. And a called strikeout on Ethan Wheeler. And there's out number one, and Ryan Thompson is, surprise, surprise, razor sharp so far. Brings up Jordan Martinez, the third baseman. Jordan going to go play for the LSU Tigers. Number two, let's see. That is a called strike over the outside corner. All right, Jordan Martinez, number two. Let's see. Let me bring it up here, folks. A lot of info here. Swing and a miss. Martinez, a tournament All-American, 28-time perfect game All-Tournament selection. Number 2 shortstop in the state of Florida in the junior class. Number 6 overall player. Ryan reached back and put a little extra juice on that one, but it is fouled back into the netting. Thompson, 14 strikes, 3 balls. And that is bounced over to Colin Kenny, and it hits that lip and then stays low to the ground. And he's not able to come up with it, and that's going to be Jordan Martinez on first base on the error. And the game's first base runner is at first base now. That's Jordan Martinez. Brings up Chris Reale. Chris is the center fielder for the Conquerors. And with one down, that's a ball. Top of the second, no score. And Thompson kicks and fires, and that's too high. 2-0. And the throw over. Just a keep you honest tossed. A swing and an empty hack moves the count to 2-1. Okay, all our YouTubers out there, jump in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. I'll get in there too between the innings so you don't feel shy about jumping in. That one hit hard to left center field. That's going to land in for a base hit. Around to third goes Jordan Martinez, and the throw is right on the money from Cannon Murtaugh and cuts him down with a perfect strike from center field as he tries to go from first to third and gets cut down. Wow, what a play by Cannon Murtaugh out there. Jared Flowers comes up, the second baseman. Jared, a sophomore. A half swing, but yes, enough to have a called strike there. Flowers, yet uncommitted, but a 2-time perfect game tournament MVP, a 26-time all-tournament selection for the speedy sophomore. He runs a 6.9 460. Fastball, a touch too high. And there's a fastball that's in there for strike 2, and now it's a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. And Ryan Thompson get the feeling he kind of feels back in the driver's seat here. A swing and an empty hack, and Jared Flowers put his right arm up to try to tell home plate umpire he wanted a timeout, but I believe Thompson was already kind of into his motion, and timeout was not granted. And we are on that in that inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left on base. No score after 1.5. Conquerors and Tigers. All right, Christian Sheffield, the team leader in batting average and OBP, on base percentage. He is second in OPS. Has really stepped up offensively. He lets one go at strike one. He has really stepped it up offensively. He is an 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection, the number 15 ranked second baseman in this junior class in the state of Florida. He lets ball one go, a ball and a strike. Average 350, OBP 471, 14 hits, 2 doubles, 10 runs scored. That's got a lot of zip on it from Wheeler, but off the mark and a ball. Ethan Wheeler, again, future Florida Gator, gets up to 92 with his fastball. And that one hit hard, but right at Jared Flowers at second base. He gathers it in and hums it over in time for out number 1. All right, the bottom of the second keeps going with Robbie Santana. Robbie's going to play for the Florida Tech Panthers over in Melbourne when he finishes up here, the 6'1", 195-pound senior designated hitter. A swing and an empty hack. Had a sizzling fastball on the outside corner from Wheeler. Santana, 15-time all-tournament player, 8 hits on the year, 7 RBI. And he gets an empty hack at that one at the off-speed down in the dirt. And Wheeler very much in control here with an 0-2 count, 1 out, empty bases. That's a fastball, about belt high or maybe a little higher than that. No swing and no call. A ball and 2 strikes. That one, a bouncing ball up the middle, and it makes it through, and Robbie's got him a base hit. All right, 1 man aboard. Brings up sophomore first baseman Bryce Bassesi. Bryce with a big bases clearing, bases loaded triple last night against Clay High School from Jacksonville. That'll get your RBIs going. And Wheeler starts him off with a nice roundhouse curveball for a called strike. He is, boy, this guy is a good young pitcher. He is, Gators, you got yourself a good one here. He comes set at the belt. He kicks and he slings it, and it's up too high. And it's now a ball and a strike, 1 out and 1 man on. Again, Robbie Santana at first, the designated hitter, bounced one up the middle for a base hit. The first hit of the game for Jesuit. He's followed by lefty, sophomore first baseman Bryce Bessesi. Fastball right in on the hands on the inside corner, perfectly placed, and he gets a swinging strike. And Ethan Wheeler doing exactly what you want to do, and that is get ahead of the hitters, switch up your 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball with a good breaking ball. He wheels and throws over to first base and almost gets Santana, but first base umpire right there on it. And he gives a no-doubter of a safe call on that one. Fastball off the mark outside, but Bryce Bessesi swings at it and misses. And that is the advantage of throwing inside over and over and over like that. He had him so concentrated on the inside, I think that throwing that 90-plus just off the outside corner, nothing he can do with it. Brings up Jack Morton, the left fielder. And he is hit by that pitch, and he gets awarded first base. All right, Jack Morton, 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He's at first base now. Colin Kenny up now. Colin going to play for Limestone University, the Saints up in Gaffney, South Carolina. Senior, third baseman, 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Ethan Wheeler on the mound. He has thrown 23 pitches, 14 strikes. And there's that breaking ball, and he's got great control of it. It just looks so easy. It does not look like it's difficult at all for him to just toss that in for a strike. And what a great pitch to be able to throw for a strike. And there it is again, and there's another strike. You can keep twisting them off for strikes like that and then come back with 92. It's going to say K, 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 all up and down the score sheet. And there it is, swinging strike 3 over the outside corner. And Ethan Wheeler is showing he's all that. Well, his counterpart is exactly the same, Ryan Thompson. What a great pitching duel we're seeing. Scoreless, bottom of the second inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. It is 0-0, Jesuit and Trinity Christian. All right, YouTube crowd, we're at 100 people out there watching now. Let's keep spreading the word. Jesuit Tiger Sports Network. Get as many people watching as possible. This is some great action and two incredibly talented teams. But in addition to all that, get on the live chat. It is easy. Just tap in the little chat field and tell us where you're watching from or listening from. We had some grandparents from Minnesota last game watching. There was a parent in London. The reach from this press box is unreal. Levi Couch comes up. He's a senior and a 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection, a right fielder. And he's going to try his luck with Ryan Thompson here. Ryan going to play in Fort Myers again for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. He fires that one in there, 88, 89 miles an hour, and that's a little high for Levi. That one swung on and fouled back.
They were showing this school out of Lake Charles, Louisiana called
Barb High School in Lake Charles. They're always great. When I grew up in Baton Rouge, Barb was always awesome. They were always awesome. It didn't matter. They could have nothing but freshmen and sophomores. They'd be in the state championship. They were always good. God. All right, 1 and 2.
I saw the locker room and everything. It was
Swung on and fouled out of play.
they had a professional locker room.
Yeah, and it's just one. It's like here. I guess who's in football? It's like when you'd see who's the football powerhouse down from South Plantation down there. What's the team that every year? That's one. Who's the other? American Heritage. Yes, it's one of those that you go, oh, you're not surprised at all when you see that they're at the top. 2 and 2. And that one hit in the air to left center field, and that lands, and that's going to be a single. Jack Morton over to get it. And leadoff hitter is aboard. That brings up designated hitter. The designated hitter / first baseman, Brennan Bachtel. He's a 20-time perfect game all-tournament teamer, a junior. That is bunted. Foul. Mike, what number do you have for the next batter on your sheet?
This guy 18.
No, the next one.
Excuse me. 1.
Okay.
George Patrutz.
Yeah. It's Gage.
Yeah, Gage Patrutz. Yeah, Gage Patrutz, number 1.
Okay, you have number 1. Okay.
He's a catcher.
Okay.
You might have put 2 for him.
Yep.
Didn't know to do that.
Well, I think they might have done that on Max Preps. Okay, 1 and 1. He squares the bunt. He lays it down, but it's going to roll foul. It looked like it wanted to come back into fair territory for one little hop, but Bassesi there to touch it and keep it foul. Okay, so trying to get the designated hitter to bunt, and that has not been successful so far.
Oh, that's all right. Now you're fine.
They were just asking. They're saying, "Where is that lady?" We're just.
Did you want something?
We're kidding. Thank you.
Yeah, let me get a Gatorade and
I'm gonna send up to AJ because we got a line up here.
Oh, and he squares the bunt, but he gets it in the thigh. That's a hit by pitch. Thank you. Is this cheese pizza? In the cheese pizza night? This Gage Patrutz.
There you go, Coach O. Here's some pizza on the diet table.
That's ball 1. Just getting everything straight here, folks. Ball 2. And And Gage Petrutz, who lined out his first time up to shortstop Anderson. He's got 2 men aboard, 2-0 count. And the catcher hits one hard right off the leg of Ryan Thompson, but it ricochets to third base, and Kenny not able to dive back in time. I think it hit Ryan Thompson right in the ankle, and he looks a little bit hobbled. He looks like he's not putting any weight on that reliably. He keeps wobbling a little bit. And that loads the bases. Next up, Tyler Ellis. All right, Ryan Thompson taking a few warm-up tosses. And it looks like he's, it was a hard hit ball by Gage Petrutz. Maybe took one hop between home plate and the pitcher's mound and hit right into his ankle, ricocheting over toward third base, and allowed everybody to move up. Now the bases are loaded, and Tyler Ellis comes up. Tyler, future Florida Gator, lefty on lefty. He struck out swinging his first time up, so a big test early on for Ryan Thompson. And he comes back, and all he does is sling a strike right down the middle. Nobody out. We're right at dusk, and it's just a beautiful night. 2 great teams, a great pitching duel so far. That one hit on the ground, knocked down by Thompson to home plate in time, over to first base, and not in time there. Tyler Ellis legs it out before he's able to be thrown out by DiCarlo. A great play by Ryan Thompson.
Hey, good play, Ryan. Attaboy. Here we go.
1 out, right?
Yep. All right, so bases again loaded. 1 out. Brings up Parker Lowe. And Parker Lowe, again, the future LSU Tiger. Junior. And that hits him on the ankle, and that's going to be the first run of the game on a hit by pitch for Parker Lowe. All right, Trinity Christian on the board first as they pick up a run here with the bases loaded, hit by pitch, and brings up pitcher Ethan Wheeler. Now Ethan, future Florida Gator, 44-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He's a tournament All-American several times. And he awaits, and Ryan Thompson has to step off. I don't think he has the sign straight at the moment. He and DiCarlo. Okay, they work through it. He comes set at the belt. He rocks and releases and hits the strike zone. 0-1. So Wheeler called out on strikes his first time up. And there's that sweeping breaking ball, but it does not make it to the inside corner. It backs Wheeler off the plate, but stays inside, and it's ball one. There's that sweeping breaking ball, and that time it's a little outside, and it's now 2 balls and a strike. Outfielders playing straight away. Infielders at their regular depth. Bases loaded. Cleanup hitter Wheeler swings, and an easy tap of a ground ball. It is fielded barehanded by Kenny, who guns him at first base, but the run scores. And it looked like Thompson was going to be able to make the play, but he doesn't, and Kenny right there to make it. And Jordan Martinez up, and he swings and misses. Reached on a error his first time up. All right, Jordan Martinez, the number 5 hole hitter. That one inside, backs him off a little bit, and it's a ball and a strike. Martinez, a future LSU Tiger as well. Tournament All-American, 28-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Boy, you got to play in a lot of tournaments and play really well. That's a high fly ball to Brody Smith. He's under it. He's got it, and that ends the inning. All right, the top of the third, the Conquerors get 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We are through 2.5, and it is Trinity Christian 2, Jesuit 0. All right, so we got Jack Fult's grandparents in Ocala tuned in. Barbara Arnold up in Atlanta. Coaches, connections to Coach Menendez. Love it. I hope that the Trinity folks have passed it on to their fans back home, that they can tune in as well. All right, Wilson Anderson up. Wilson went yard last night with a left field home run. And he'll lead off the bottom of the third. Wilson, number 1 ranked pitcher in the country in the junior class. A right-hander. He hits that one high in the air to right center field. Over to get it is Couch, and he does. He catches it, and on the transfer it falls to the ground, and the field umpire says, yes, he got it. It was just on his transfer that he didn't hang on to it. So that is out number 1. All right, 1 out. Brody Smith up. He grounded out to second base his first time up. There's the fastball and strike one taken. So Ethan Wheeler, in his third inning of work here, the future Florida Gator, has 19 strikes, 9 balls thus far. He is right on target pretty much the whole way so far. And Brody Smith swings and taps it foul right back into the glove of Gage Petrutz. Brody, a future D1 college player up at East Tennessee State. When he finishes up here, the senior, 6 feet 185. Fastball just off the mark outside, and it evens up the count 2-2. That is a breaking ball just a little outside. I think Ethan Wheeler was feeling it. I think he was thinking he got that one, but home plate umpire does not bite, and it's now a full count. Into the windup, and Wheeler deals a bouncing ball to second base again. It's fielded and flipped right on target. Jared Flowers makes easy work of it for the 4-3 ground out. Excellent defensive team are the Conquerors. Brings up Cannon Murtaugh. Cannon, a future Duke Blue Devil. Excellent in center field. An incredible night at the plate last night. Take strike one. He was called out on strikes his first time up tonight, but he had 3 hits last night. Ball inside. So a ball and a strike. The thing about Cannon is once he gets on base, he does not stay at first base long. He leads the team in stolen bases. He scores a lot of runs. Took a big hack at that, but an empty one. Scored 10 runs, stolen 11 bases, walked 9 times. It's one of those guys you say, you just get on any way you can. And he hits a high drive to left field. It's got a lot of carry and goes a long way out of here as Cannon Murtaugh hits a blast into the bleachers of the football field to put Jesuit on the board as he fires his teammates up and says, let's keep this thing going. All right, 2-1. And Vincent DiCarlo, who flew out to center field his first time up, he takes strike one. Future catcher for the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and that's a spinner that's inside. It misses. 1-1. Vincent, a 12-time all-tournament selection. And boy, I tell you, Cannon Murtaugh had liftoff on that one. Take strike two. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's down low, and 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. And Ethan Wheeler now with 42 pitches. There's a breaking ball that gets Vincent out on his front foot, and his popped up foul almost catches a Conqueror fan as it just cleared the net and then dropped right into those first couple of rows over there. I think she's okay. Yeah, she's laughing and cutting up over there, so I think she's okay. That one laced into right field. It bounces in front of Couch, who cleanly fields it and brings it in for a single for Vincent DiCarlo. It looks like Chris Hemmings. Chris Hemmings is going to run for Vincent DiCarlo, and now Christian Sheffield comes up. So Vincent DiCarlo continues his hot-hitting ways and brings up Christian Sheffield. Christian. So Hemmings at first base running for DiCarlo, who singled after Murtaugh homered to left. Fastball too tall for Christian Sheffield. Ethan Wheeler. Those just tuning in, he's going to play for Florida, University of Florida Gators. Fastball up high. That's pitch number 46 for Wheeler. Ethan is a 44-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He's the number 4 right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida. Going to play for the Gators when he's done here in Jacksonville. Sharp breaking ball misses the mark. And this, I believe, is the first 3-0 count we've seen from Ethan Wheeler. And the field umpire says stop talking directly to the pitcher. He tells Coach Menendez, cheer our guys on. Love the exuberance, love the support, but nothing directly toward the pitcher. All right, Sheffield awaits the 3-0. And that one is ball 4 outside. And Christian Sheffield on at first base, and it'll bring up Robbie Santana. Now, Robbie singled up the middle last time, so we'll get a mound visit here. As Wheeler, 20 balls, 28 strikes. So he's just under 50 pitches. Nobody warming up. And the bad boy, a hustling little bat boy. You got to like that, man. Santana stands in. He lets that one go, and it's right into the strike zone. A breaking ball for a strike. Looks like the mound visit worked well as Ethan Wheeler goes right back to that breaking ball, and he goes right back in for a strike. And there's a balk. He called a balk. I don't know exactly what he did to balk, but he didn't fight it. He doesn't look surprised. He kind of tapped his jersey and said, yeah, that's on me, guys. So I think Wheeler knows. I don't know if he made a jerking movement or something. All right, 2 men on. Robbie Santana up. Their runners at second and third. Hemmings at third, running for DiCarlo, and Sheffield at second. Fastball too tall, and it's a ball and a strike. So Wheeler working through really the only speed bump so far for him. He kind of coasted through those first 2 innings, and this has been the rocky one thus far. And that one gets by Petrutz, and he thinks he has it, but he does not. And Hemmings scores on the wild pitch, but it came bouncing right back to Petrutz. He thought he had it in his glove, turned to tag, but the ball was still on the ground. He looked like he wanted it, but he did not, and that's a ball. And it is getting tense now. It's 2 runs in already. Another still at third base. There's a breaking ball, misses low, and Wheeler is having a tough go of it right now. It's going to bring up Bryce Besessi as Petrutz runs out to talk with his pitchers. Runner at the corners. Nathan Wheeler, look, he's been in high-pressure situations many times, and he will be again. Go and play up in Gainesville when he's done here with the Conquerors. But this is one of those that you build on. This is the type of situation that a pitcher with a bright future like him, you kind of figure out how do you navigate this. Do you go back to the breaking ball? Just do whatever I got to do to get this guy out and get my team out of this inning. That is swung on and lifted foul and out of play down the left field line. So that's a good start for Wheeler, but he is facing a tough Bryce Besessi. Bryce has had a penchant for clutch hits and particularly doubles in the gap this year. So with runners at the corners, Wheeler trying to get out of this thing. He uses that breaking ball, but he lands it in and low, and it's now a ball and a strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. And certainly Jesuit's best inning thus far. Swung on and swung through. Besessi, that one up at the letters. And he took about a 2/3 swing. And you could just tell he just turned around and said, why did I swing at that? I think Coach Menendez is saying, we don't need to hit this ball all the way to the Bucks training facility. we got Christian Sheffield at third base. And in a blink of an eye, he's sliding it home. He is fast. So you don't have to do that much. You could hit a pop-up just on the other side of the pitcher and score this run. And there goes the runner, and that's hit hard right up the middle. Wheeler has to duck out of the way. Sheffield scores. Around to third goes Robbie Santana. And the RBI single for Bryce Besessi. And the Jesuit rally continues. The 2-out rally continues as runners are at the corners again, this time for Jack Morton. Jack was hit by pitch his first time up. Jesuit now in the lead 3-2. That time, Ethan Wheeler's breaking ball strikes again. And there goes Bryce Besessi. And they're thinking that they drew a balk, but it really is a stolen base for Bryce Besessi. I think that Jesuit's base runner, they're just trying to see, can they capitalize on this speed bump for Wheeler? There's a breaking ball. It gets him out of it. And he pumps himself up and says, I stopped the bleeding there, kept it a 3-2 game, and we're in for a good one here. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. It's 3-2 Jesuit after 3. All right, it feels like it's been about 45 minutes since Ryan Thompson's been out there pitching. That was a big inning, and it all started with Cannon Murtaugh's home run. He got things going, and then it was hit and stolen base and pass ball, and just one thing after another. So excellent job by Jesuit to kind of get a crack in the door and then stick their foot through it to let a few more guys through. All right, it's going to bring up Chris Reale, who should be leading off the inning, followed by Jared Flowers and Levi Couch. Chris Reale singled to center field his first time up. Ryan Thompson, 49 pitches so far. Into the windup. We are 1 hour exactly into this ball game as the bell tower sounds off in the distance there. Night falls. And we have an exciting Friday night ball game here with a whole lot of future college baseball players on the field. A swing and an empty hack. He swings right through that one, does Reality. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes. I got 1 and 2, Mike.
1 and 2?
Yeah. Am I wrong on that?
Oh, it's 2-1.
Is it?
Should be 3-1.
Is it? Okay. Sorry. Oh, that first one he did not call a strike?
No.
No. Okay. Sorry. I thought I saw his right hand go up. That one swung on and fouled off. Nobody out. Top of the 4th. 3-2 Jesuit. Trinity Christian Academy Conquerors from Jacksonville. A loaded lineup here that they bring in here to Hyer Family Park. And that 3rd inning has been the inning for both teams so far. That one sliced into the bank parking lot. Foul. Ryan Thompson, those just tuning in, is the senior left-hander, 6'4", 205 pounds. He's going to play in Fort Myers next year for the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles. He kicks and fires and gets the swinging strikeout. He leads the team in strikeouts and just builds on that lead tonight. Jared Flowers, the second baseman, comes up. Jared, a 26-time all-tournament selection. He's just a sophomore. He plays an excellent second base. Struck out swinging his first time up, and he gets an empty hack, and it's 0-1.
His older brother plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates, J.C. Flowers down here right there.
Is that right?
Yep. Former FSU Seminole.
Swing and a foul ball. So Jared, what's his older brother's name? J.C. He played for FSU? So Jared's older brother, J.C., is here in the house. Plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's seeing little brother play tonight. Former Florida State Seminole. A long look, and finally a nod from Thompson, who kicks and fires and misses off the mark, a little up and a little out. A ball and 2 strikes. That one is swung on. It was just off the plate outside. Nice job fouling that off by Flowers. And Thompson's shirt tail now out of the back of his game pants. And a long windup. Rocks and releases and misses down and in. One away. Top of the 4th, 3-2 Jesuit. Ryan Thompson now 61 pitches. A fastball right in over the inside corner. Gets him looking. And Ryan Thompson continues to just steady Eddie. Run through the hitters here. Levi Couch singled to center field. Ryan with 2 more strikeouts. Levi, a 5-time all-tournament selection. And that is he's telling home plate umpire he was hitting the foot by it, but home plate umpire says, no, you weren't, and he's going to ask for help. He's going to ask for help from his friends in black. You going to make that guy run all the way from right field?
Come on, guys. You can't ask for help on that. I think it's definitely 60 feet away.
He's got this. I mean, first base umpire and third base umpire, they just got their steps in for the day. And they have decided what? All right, well, coach for the Conquerors doesn't like the call, so it must be a ball, not a hit by pitch. Fastball right in over the inside corner, called strike 1. And that fastball just slices right across the plate and ends up on the inside corner on those right-handed hitters. Man, he's got that one dialed in. And that one bouncing ball to Sheffield. Fields it, flips it, and that is out number 3. All right, top of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We are through 3 1/2. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's Jesuit 3 and Trinity Christian 2. All right, Colin Kenny in to face Ethan Wheeler, and Colin struck out swinging his first time up. Breaking ball. Now that one misses inside. That one hit in the air to shallow right field. It makes it over the second baseman's head and lands in front of Levi Couch, the charging right fielder, for Colin Kenny to get a single there. And leadoff hitter is aboard. And that brings up future Mississippi State Bulldog Wilson Anderson. Wilson, with 9 RBIs on the year. He scored 8 runs, walked 8 times, homered last night. He squares to bunt, and home plate umpire says, yes, you did offer. It looked like Bennett was looking to pull it back at the very last instant. Home plate umpire says, nope, you didn't get it back in time. Wilson's been the tournament MVP twice. He's a tournament All-American, a member of Team USA. number 4 overall player in the state of Florida. He pops that bunt up back in foul territory. And 0-2. Colin Kinney at first base after a single, and there he goes. That one hit straight up in the air, sky high, like a Chinese balloon up there. Gets it. Third baseman Jordan Martinez snags it, and that's out number 1. All right, Brody Smith up. He has grounded out twice to the second baseman. Misses outside. And leadoff hitter Brody Smith, senior outfielder. There's that breaking ball, and there's a familiar right arm of the home plate umpire. Called strike 1. I bet he's had a dozen called strikes on that leadoff curveball. Just has a great feel for it. I think Ethan Wheeler's having a hard time seeing Gage Petrutz's signals. He's really shaking. He's just having. He steps off again. It looks like he's having a hard time seeing the signs from Petrutz. By process of elimination, I think he's got the signal now. He fires it outside, and it's 2-1. All right, so Colin Kinney at first base after singling. There's a breaking ball called strike. That's a called strike, so it's 2-2. And I mean, I gotta say, if you're Ethan Wheeler, you probably want to keep throwing that breaking ball. And he does, and he gets a swinging strike 3. I mean, I'd be throwing it if I were him. He's throwing so many. All right, Cannon Murtaugh up. He homered last time up. And the throw over to first base. So Cannon Murtaugh on base every time last night. Fastball off the mark outside. I mean, he had, let's see, a walk, 2 singles, a double. He's had a home run. He's down with OBP. His on-base percentage is 1,000, I think, in the last 2 games. Called strike. It sounded like it. And the throw over to first base. Colin Kinney is safe. Now he gets his lead. Is he going to go? No. Fastball off the mark outside, and Cannon Murtaugh does not bite. 2-1. So I'm guessing Ethan Wheeler still remembers the pitch that left and doesn't want to give him that again. There's that breaking ball. And Murtaugh, aggressive swing, fouls it off. There goes the runner. Taken, ball outside. No throw. Colin Kinney steals second base. Count is full. So now first base is in fact open. And we'll see, does Wheeler go with that breaking ball It has been such a killer pitch for him tonight. He does not. He bounces it in there, and Cannon Murtaugh on first base again. They need to start sending his mail to first base. They could just send all of Cannon Murtaugh and Brody Smith's mail to first base. Now Vincent DiCarlo up now. He has flown out to center field and singled to right field. Fastball upstairs, ball one. He does not go around. First base umpire says no, he did not go around. DiCarlo's had some pretty dramatic swings of the bat this year as well. And the 1-0. There's the breaking ball, and there's a strike. I mean, a long look in. He comes set at the belt. He whips around and throws it back there, and Kenny slides back safely. Wheeler put a little something extra on that, but it sails a little bit high, and it's 2-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. I mean, I got to tell you, copy and paste. If I'm him, copy and paste, man. And he has got such a great feel for that breaking ball. And does he get it? Does he go? He does. Swinging strike three. It was a check swing, but they said he went around. And it was on, you guessed it, a breaking ball. Okay, it's bottom of the fourth. No runs, one hit, no errors. 2 men left on base. It is 3-2, headed into the top of the fifth. Folks, if you hear that voice in the background, that's my friend Austin in here. Back in the booth with us tonight. We're going to get him another microphone up here. Austin, let's get you hooked up with a microphone. You can be the color guy. You know, like the color analyst that fills in all these gaps.
Yeah. They put a nice little screen back there, have a nice little broadcast.
Absolutely, we put some headphones on him. Oh, and we'll just. The possibilities are endless.
I know, right?
All right, we got. Let's see, top of the fifth. Trinity Christian due up is Brennan Bachtel, and then top of the order. All right, Brennan Bachtel to face Ryan Thompson. Now, Ryan, 65 pitches into it. And let's see, Brennan was hit by pitches first time up. Little bit of a breeze out to right field. And that hit in the air, but foul. second baseman. Ball outside. Sets and slings, and he gets a swing. 1-2. So now Thompson certainly in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And will he record another K here? We'll see. Fastball stays outside. Has that classic arm side run on that left-handed fastball. And that one, a little chopper, kind of a nubber over to first base. Bassesi gathers it up and steps on first base. There's out number 1. All right, Gage Petrutz has lined out to shortstop and singled. Called strike. I'm pretty sure he's the one that hit that ball so hard off Ryan's ankle. And there was a fastball just off the outside corner. A ball and a strike. That one down and in. And Gage Petrutz, he moves ahead in the count. Now it's 2-1. Top of the 5th. A tight one here. 3-2 Jesuit right now. Starter Ryan Thompson still on the hill. 73 pitches. That one hit hard on the ground up the middle. Backhanded by Sheffield. Sets and throws, and he's not in time. The speedy Petrutz gets there just half a heartbeat before the ball does. And that's an infield single. All right, Tyler Ellis comes up. Now, Tyler, he struck out, and then he hit the ball right back to Thompson, who threw home to get the force out his last time up. The throw over to first base. Tyler Ellis, future Florida Gator. 45 times. You know how many tournaments you have to play in to be all tournament 45 times? Goodness gracious. And you got to play that well that many times. Man, the Gators are getting a good one. All right. A ball and no strikes. That one hit a big Baltimore chop over to Sheffield, who gets it, flips it underhand, and does not get it there in time. Ellis beat it out for another infield single. That ball was in the air so long, and Sheffield charged in on it, but not able to get it in time. And 2 infield singles later, and the Conquerors have runners at first and second, and we're going to mound visit at pitch number 76 for Ryan Thompson.
What would you do in this situation? 1 out, on second and first?
I would not trade an out to what I would not ever give, almost never give up an out. All the statistics all keep saying, pick every so often your little moment that you go, okay, I'll do it here, but I never would want to give them an out.
Yeah.
Just a free out. I particularly wouldn't do it with my number 3 hole hitter who's committed to LSU and is a tournament All-American, 2-time tournament MVP who has 6.75 speed in a 60-yard dash. Maybe we're looking at a third infield single. I don't know. All right, Parker Lowe comes up. He has struck out and been hit by a pitch. And almost gets hit by a pitch there. That's a ball right down by his feet. Well played by DiCarlo that didn't get by him. Back behind the stadium mic tonight is Mike Letting. Nice to have him back. He was doing the Saladino finals last night. We missed him up here, but he is back. You hear the majestic voice in the background with every batter coming up. And here comes the requisite ball in from the bullpen. That's number 1. The over-under tonight is 3. I think we had 5 last night, Mike. The Clay team, it was like a bowling alley. It was just like ball after ball after ball. They kept having to stop. I'm sorry, I digress. He spins and fires into center field. Over to third base goes Gage Patrutz. And I guess our discussion about bunting goes away. All right, well, so the spin and the throw, and it was just, it's just a little too much toward the third base side, not able to reach across and grab it, and it goes into center field, and now Patrutz is 90 feet away. Ellis at first, and of course Parker Lowe at the plate. And he gets a good hefty hack, but he fouls it away. A ball and a strike. So the tying run at third base now. 78 pitches for Thompson. A swing and a breezy hack. Moves the count to a ball and 2 strikes. And he sets and slings, and there's a foul ball. So, Parker Lowe.
So I got a trivia for you, Doug.
Oh, some.
Balls you think we probably lost this year already?
In the pond, I'll go 65. In that parking lot over there, I go 95. And over the grandstand into the grill, 45. He throws to first base. Nobody moves. At third, Patrutz doesn't bite. Man, no kidding. What's the budget on baseballs?
$4 a ball. I looked that one up.
I know it's $7 grand for the Major League ball.
A swing and a really high pop-up in foul territory on the first base side, and it bounces just out of play. Bassesi hanging over the fence over there, but just can't reach it. Would you say 7,000?
Yeah, in the Major League quality balls, he orders like 12 dozen.
That seems low. 12 dozen.
Okay.
It's a lot of baseballs we leave. You could just go on the roof of the dugout and get about 3 dozen. That one fouled off. It's like Parker Lowe is listening to us. And in, right on cue, hustles up.
That was the only opportunity to lose a pound.
Miguel came running in. He looked like a crab. He had like 5 of them stuck between his fingers there. And he gives them all to
70 dozen.
70 dozen. Wow. Little known and even less cared for facts by the Jesuit press box crew. Breaking ball gets him. Looking right over the outside corner. Nicely done by Ryan Thompson.
What's his pitch count?
Stand by one. 83. So Ryan Thompson is saying, keep me in, coach. I got it. No. Ryan Thompson, an excellent job tonight. So tonight, Ryan has 7 strikeouts. He has 4 2/3 innings. He faced 21 batters, gave up 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, 5 hits, hit 2 batters. And it's going to bring up, who's coming in? Ben Burke. All right, Ben Burke relieves Ryan Thompson. Ben Burke, a 24-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Junior, 5 2/3 innings pitched. He struck out 13 and walked none. Has an ERA of 0. Throws up to 86 miles an hour. Opponents are hitting 143 off Ben. A lot of zip on that fastball. He will face his counterpart, Ethan Wheeler, who has been called out on strikes and grounded out. So Ben Burke coming in, the junior coming into a sticky situation with runners at the corners, 2 outs, and the meat of the lineup up for the Trinity Christian Conquerors out of Jacksonville. An excellent team in a tight battle here. Right, Ethan Wheeler up. He has thrown 81 pitches. And here's lefty on lefty. Fastball right down the middle, ball 1. Goodness. Oof. Now that one, he gets the call on that one. And it's a ball and a strike. So Ethan Wheeler, his 3rd time up, still looking for a hit tonight. Has done plenty of damage on the hill. Goes for a bunt, pulls it back, does not offer. Looked like a safety squeeze in effect there. As Gage Petrutz at 3rd base, hoping for a pass ball, an error, a single, an infield single, anything. Fastball outside corner, and I don't think Wheeler agrees with that one. He's probably saying, okay, I'm going to hold you to that when I get out there on the bump. 2-2. All right. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, and a couple of outs, and a couple of base runners. And Ben Burke kicks and fires. Fastball outside, and Tyler Ellis cruises over to second base, unopposed. Now there are 2 runners in scoring position. A long look into DeCarlo. Burke rears back, fires, and he gets the called strike on the outside corner. As Wheeler clearly not happy with that call. All right, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. 2 men left on base. After 4.5, we head to the bottom of the 5th. It's Jesuit 3, Trinity Christian 2.
See, that's why I'm against pitchers and hitting the same plan two-way because he just got struck out. Now they're going to hit that pitch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's
And he sort of protested it, so now he's got that dynamic with the yeah, I get it.
yeah, look at it. He's still wearing it.
What I know about the game, just when the catcher all of a sudden is actually talking to the umpire.
Like, oops. The 80s, they got away with in the 80s and the 70s, 80s and the 90s, you can't get away with it now.
All right, Ethan Wheeler due to face Sheffield, Santana, and Bassesi. All right, Ethan Wheeler, 81 pitches into this. I have not seen anyone working down in their bullpen. Wheeler, the future Florida Gator, into his windup. Fastball is too tall, ball 1. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. All right. So, Wheeler goes with a fastball up and in. He is, it certainly what's probably frustrating him is that he's not able to hit with the fastball. He's just wearing out the strike zone with that curveball. And there he gets a swing and a miss from Sheffield, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And so Christian now needs to put it in play and use that speed and do anything to get on base, because it surely doesn't feel like 1 run is a very comfortable lead. There's that breaking ball, and it's hit in the air towards second base, and Jared Flowers almost didn't snag that. It's like he caught it, and his left arm went flailing off away from his body there. It almost looked like he was going to sling it right out of his hand or right out of his glove. But it's an out nonetheless. All right, Robbie Santana has singled and walked. Future Florida Tech Panther to face Ethan Wheeler, who's wind up. Fastball. Now there's a fastball on the mark. Gets a swinging strike.
17 on our side over there, right, guys?
And putting a lot of extra juice on these is Ethan Wheeler, as he now nears 90 pitches. He's at 88 pitches at this point. That's 51 strikes, 37 balls. There's a strike over the outside corner. And this inning, he looks, over the last handful of pitches, he's found that fastball now. I am willing to bet he has not lost track of the curveball. That's a fastball that sails wide, 2-2. I'm going to guess that somewhere in here we're going to see that bender that has served him so well so far. Into the windup, a long gaze in there. And no, now he's in the windup. That's a fastball down low. And he's at 91 pitches now. And Ethan Wheeler with a whale of an outing so far. quite a competitor. I know he'd love to probably finish this out, but it's already at 91, and that one down and in, and Robbie Santana gets a base on balls. All right, brings up Bryce Besessi. Okay, we're going to get a pinch runner for Robbie Santana. He said 14, so Jay Kirshner. Going to run for Santana. And have we seen? Yes, they're going to take Ethan Wheeler out, and he definitely deserves a round of applause. I mean, boy, that young guy has got quite a future. Tip your cap to Ethan Wheeler. Great job tonight. All right, he will give way to number 21. All right, so we're going to get some substitutions sorted out, folks. Just stand by. 21 is Tyler Ellis. And so 16. Okay, so 16 must be going to left field now. They're just swapping positions. All right, so Tyler Ellis is coming in from left field to pitch, and Wheeler's going to go out to left field. So Tyler Ellis again, a junior, University of Florida commit. Tyler, fastball up to 92, 45-time perfect game all-tournament, 3-time tournament All-American, tournament MVP, the tournament most valuable pitcher 4 times, and he's the reliever. He's a number 9 left-handed pitcher in the United States in this junior class, number 3 left-handed pitcher in the state of Georgia, and again, committed to Florida. He will face Bryce Besessi, a left-handed hitter. Besessi went down swinging and then singled to center field. So Tyler Ellis, breaking ball that doesn't break much. It hit Besessi on the back of the hip. All right, runners at first and second now. Brings up, it's due to bring up Jack Morton. All right. All right, so Samir Muhammad is going to pinch hit. A swing and an empty hack. All right, so Samir Muhammad comes in to pinch hit for Jack Morton with 2 men aboard, 1 out against Tyler Ellis, future Florida Gator. Samir Muhammad, a Team USA player, 2 home runs this year thus far. He lets that one go a little high. Ball 1, a ball and a strike. Samir, a 35-time all-tournament selection, 2-time tournament MVP, a Team USA player. Fastball inside and at the letters, ball 2. 6'5", 250, sophomore. There's some flash on a camera in the bleachers here. And that must be the field umpire is right in the line of vision, therefore the pitcher is too. So, whose camera has a flash on it anymore? Ball. They said there was a flashing camera. I don't even know anybody's camera flashes anymore. 3-1. A swing and an empty hack, and that fills up the count. 3-2, 1 out, and there are 2 men aboard, and this is just a 1-run Jesuit lead. So Samir Muhammad, who is pinch hitting for Jack Morton, and he lets it go, and it goes over the inside corner, and it is called strike 3 for a looking strikeout, and it brings up Colin Kenny. Colin has struck out swinging and singled on a little Texas leaguer into shallow right field. Could use one of those right now. Tyler Ellis, the relief lefty, spins and throws, and that throw almost got by Jared Flowers, the second baseman, running in there to second base, and that would have gone into right center field. Fastball, strike 1. Tyler Ellis, again, gets it up to 92. A swing and an empty hack on a high heater. A lot of zip on that one. And the same thing, a swing and an empty hack as a swinging strikeout. All right, bottom of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. We are through 5 complete. Jesuit 3, Trinity Christian 2. All right, due up to face Ben Burke is Jordan Martinez, Chris Reale, and Jared Flowers. Jordan Martinez has reached on an error and flown out to right field. A swing and a miss. Ben Burke in relief. Top of the 6th. Working from the windup. And that's like a little change-up looked like to me. Swinging strike 2. Light breeze blowing out to right field. Fastball just off the mark outside. Had a little extra juice on it, but 2 or 3 inches off the outside corner. It's now 1-2. Fastball in there, swung on and swung through for a swinging strikeout. And time and outs are getting away from this one here. As Chris Reale comes up, he has singled to left center field and struck out swinging. Fastball up and out. There's a fastball that's in there. He's struck out 13 and walked none. It is right, I mean, he is right around the plate. If he misses, it isn't by much. I mean, really, he is. It's like outside by the width of your thumb.
He pitched very well last summer.
Man. And that's that changeup. Little dribbler back to him. Grabs it, flips it in time. Looked like he didn't know if he wanted to backhand it or scoop it. And ends up getting the 1-3 ground out. Jared Flowers swing and an empty hack. 0-1. And Ben Burke just hammers the strike zone. That one up and out. I think he just throws a ball every now and then because he just doesn't want him to get bored. Swing and a strike.
Stay out a little longer.
He sure does. Yep. He works at the pace. If you don't, you might not remember, Dominic Castellano was here right before Arnold. And he worked so fast up there. Swing and an empty hack. And 3 up and 3 down. And all of them, Ben Burke gets them all himself. 1 with a ground out, 2 with a strikeout, 2 with strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Jesuit. Technotronics. That's who plays that one. Can't get me twice. They got me last night. The police test-taking skills come through.
That was our pregame music.
Absolutely, man. That is 90s in the house, man.
I haven't heard at baseball games as well as get jiggy with it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. All right, Tyler Ellis, future Florida Gator, who is on relief from Ethan Wheeler, also a future Florida Gator. Just future college ball players. Like I started at the beginning of the live stream tonight. Future major college players all over the field tonight. What a treat. I mean, man. When you start doling out these rankings, he's this number pitcher, number 3 ranked pitcher in Florida, number 2 ranked shortstop in Florida, whatever. Florida is a competitive place to play baseball. I mean, wow. All right, Wilson Anderson up. He has flown out to right, popped up to the third baseman. Misses outside, ball 1. Wilson knows a lot of these players from playing travel ball together, and he hits that one high in the air to center field. Over there is Chris Reale. He makes the grab and the out. Stand by. Yep. All right, Brody Smith up. Now Brody has grounded out twice and struck out. That's a ball outside. Fastball, swing and a miss. And Tyler Ellis really looks like he's in a nice groove now. A power pitcher. A lot of gas on his fastball. Throws a nice breaking ball, and that one gets a called strike too. He's just dealing now. Has a great rhythm. Now there's a sweeping breaking ball, but that one just too wide. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball right in there and fouled off by Brody Smith. So the senior right fielder stays alive. And lefty on lefty continues. Breaking ball misses outside. So Ellis in the groove with his fastball, but hasn't quite found a good groove with that breaking ball yet. Sort of the opposite of what Wheeler was doing. He was really good with his breaking ball. Another foul ball there. He was just devastating with his breaking ball and incredibly consistently throwing it for strikes, but was hit or miss with the fastball. It's kind of the opposite here with Ellis. Oh, fastball up and in there, and he gets a walk. Brody Smith, get on however you can get on. That brings up Cannon Murtaugh. A swing and an empty hack. Boy, he's got a lot of quick on that fastball. Right over the outside corner, 0-1. Off the mark outside, a ball and a strike. Fastball right on the outside corner. Whew. A lot of juice on it right on the outside corner. And a breaking ball and a nice job just fighting that thing off from Cannon Murtaugh. And here comes another 1-2 pitch. That one fouled off. Out of play, back into the bank parking lot. 70 dozen baseballs. I like the old man in the corner. Just kind of random thoughts pop out. Oh, and he gets him. It looked like a changeup off the outside corner there, called strike 3. Everybody on the Jesuit side says no, but I got to tell you guys, I think he's called that one about 10 times tonight. This umpire, it's not like he's all over the place. He consistently calls that one. Vincent DiCarlo comes up. He has flown out to center, singled, and struck out. Fastball, too tall, ball 1. All right, so 27 pitches for Ellis, 16 strikes. And the throw over, just the keep you honest toss. And Brody Smith gets a chance to dive back to first base. And that one fouled into the bank parking lot. There's a breaking ball, and it lands for a strike. Oof. Well, if Tyler Ellis is able to land his breaking ball with the way he throws his fastball, the night gets longer and longer for hitters. A ball and 2 strikes. So DiCarlo going to try and keep this battle alive here. There goes the runner. Fastball down low. The throw is too high. And Brody Smith collects a stolen base. All right. So a 1-run ball game. Deuce is wild. Couple of balls, couple of strikes, couple of outs. Runner at second. DiCarlo stands in. He is facing reliever, future Florida Gator, Tyler Ellis. Of course, Vincent going to play for North Carolina State. And there is a ball down low, and a pass ball is going to allow Brody Smith to move to third. That's a pass ball, yeah. Full count. All right, you get yourself another pass ball, and you got to run here. There's a strike 3 on a breaking ball. Goodness. Just tip your hat on that one. Nothing you can do about that. And the bottom of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. And we move to the top of the 7th inning. It's 3-2 Jesuit over Trinity Christian. Don Omar. Don Sacoduro. Folks, I got to tell you, DJ Coach O is rolling tonight, man. He is dialing them up one after another. It's taking everything I got to sit still in this chair.
What the hell year did you get out of college? 2006?
I got out of college in 1991, but I'm up on pop culture, my friend. I got kids.
You know, you being tuned into this stuff, I hope the hell I never ever found Christ, I'll be in there and you'll be worrying more about Chuck Checkers than
Oh, look, it's like that old line from MASH. You remember Charles Winchester? He said, I do one thing, I do it very well, and then I move on. And that's, when I'm doing that, I'm doing that. When I'm doing this is a different deal. This is my release. By the way, folks, this is a volunteer position that I do here, okay? So my real day job, so my volunteer position, since I'm not getting paid, Levi Couch has singled and grounded out. No, actually in my real world, I'm a parathyroid and thyroid surgeon at Parathyroid Guru on Instagram, and Doug Politz MD on Facebook. So you can give me a follow. This is my hobby, of course. So 01. Off the mark outside. Yes, that's at Parathyroid Guru on Instagram. Give me a follow. I'm trying to boost that account up. Swing and a miss. I'm trying to catch up with Kim Kardashian. I just got like 330 million more followers to go. And I'm neck and neck with her. 1 and 2. That one fouled, sliced into the bank parking lot. A swing and an empty hack, and he gets him. All right, number 9 batter is Brennan Bachtel. Now Brennan is a 20-time perfect game all-tournament selection, a junior first baseman. So far tonight, he's been hit by a pitch and he has grounded out to first base. Ben Burke. Ball 1. I think that's the first batter this year he's led off with a ball. Swing and an empty hack. 1-1. Strike 2 over the outside corner. And boy, Ben Burke is definitely in a groove here. Sliced foul, out of play down the right field line. Ben Burke throwing aspirin tablets right now.
All right, slow his hands. I put my change up right here.
Oh, a swing and a foul tip, and Vincent DiCarlo's like, almost snagged it. Strike 3 called over the outside corner. And Ben Burke has reduced this to a 1-out game now. As Gage Petrutz comes back up. Now Gage is swinging it well tonight. He has hit a line drive right at Wilson Anderson and then singled twice. So he is called strike. He is swinging a hot bat. What's that? There's a called strike over the outside corner. All right, it's an 0-2 count on Petrutz and Ben Burke. 23 strikes, 8 balls. Into the windup. Swung on and hit into left field for another single. And Gage Petrutz has put the Sing in single tonight. He's got 3 singles and hit a line drive at Wilson Anderson. Tyler Ellis comes up. Now he has struck out, hit into a fielder's choice, and singled. Lefty on lefty, and that's swung on and fouled off. So Ben Burke's thrown 33 pitches, 25 of them strikes.
How many strikes? How many balls?
25 strikes, 8 balls. A foul ball. And quickly, Burke is up 0-2. So you can just feel the tension in the air here. Tying run is at first base. Future Florida Gator, Tyler Ellis at the plate. Burke delivers but misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes. And he gets the called strike 3 to end the ball game as Ben Burke retires the side, comes in relief, and just shuts it down for Jesuit. And now Jesuit chalks up a huge victory over an uber-talented roster for Trinity Christian. Congratulations to the Jesuit Tigers tonight. And hats off to the loaded lineup of the Conquerors of Trinity Christian. Have a safe trip back home, whenever you're traveling home, folks, back to Jacksonville, hats off to you for a great game tonight. Cannon Murtaugh goes yard, and Ryan Thompson and Ben Burke shut the door on a star-studded lineup. Thank you, and see you next time.